So I saw this title: Patrick bet David under major investigation for fraud at Valuetainment. And if you don't know already, PBD is the owner or the CEO of PHP, People Helping People, otherwise known as People Helping People Lose Money. But let me put my little bias aside and let's see what the video has to offer that we don't know about Patrick bet David. It's kind of clickbaity, but let's see.
You just made $1 million in a month and you start getting very arrogant, boom, you're wiped out.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Guide. Patrick bet David is a well-known successful businessman who has shared his knowledge on YouTube, where he garnered millions of subscribers thanks to the reliable and trustworthy information he provides. Could someone with such...
See, now the thing about Patrick bet David, right, is that unlike most fake gurus or most MLM companies, he doesn't outright promote his MLM or his life insurance agency. I feel like at this point, the main thing he's working on is more so the Valuetainment channel as opposed to the PHP insurance, which I would say actually funds the Valuetainment.
And that's suspicious. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious.
So you could make the case that, he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. But I digress.
big following be running a pyramid scheme, scamming thousands? These are the allegations which we will dive into today. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the PHP Agency and the constant allegations of it being a multi-level marketing scheme. Stay tuned to find out if this well-known entrepreneur with a following of over 3 million subscribers is running a multi-million-dollar pyramid scheme that no one is aware of. Patrick bet David in 2009 created the PHP Agency, which is a national financial service company. The business provides insurance policies intending to put clients in the best possible place to care for their loved ones. Even though PHP Agency is owned by a successful entrepreneur like Bet David and has over 15,000 agents, many continue to question the organization and believe it to be a multi-level marketing scheme, or MLM. And that is a marketing technique that involves recruiting new distributors in exchange for a percentage of the recruit's sales. It is said that hundreds and maybe even thousands of people join, and only a small percentage of them earn enough money to make it worthwhile, implying that more...
Because, basically, right? There's no business or there's no job that you work at that you are required to or you are encouraged to recruit other people. For the most part, McDonald's does not care if your friend gets hired. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if your friend gets hired. They don't care if your auntie gets hired and starts working at McDonald's. They could care less. And for the most part, you don't necessarily get a commission in most cases for referring your friend to the company. The company itself does not give you a direct commission for having your friend start working at McDonald's. So that right there should already make your spidey senses tingle.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
And especially when the job or business opportunity does not have a base pay, right? When the job or business opportunity does not have a base pay, you are leaning towards that gray area of it being a MLM or a pyramid scheme, right? Usually, in most cases, you either have a base salary pay or the base salary pay plus commissions. If there's no base salary pay, be wary, be very wary.
Multi-level marketing may be a pyramid scheme. Many people are fascinated by Patrick bet David's persona. I mean, who wouldn't, right? He started with a humble beginning and worked his way to becoming a successful businessman, even hosting one-on-one interviews with some of the world's most famous people. Though Valuetainment is a remarkable achievement, should bet David's PHP Agency be admired as well? There might be different ways to join said agency. A friend may have introduced you to it, or you might have seen one of the company's posts. In the case of one YouTuber, he commented on Patrick bet David's video on Facebook, which led someone from the People Helping People agency to message him about a working opportunity. The conversation began with a simple question about whether he was interested in earning some more money. The recruit procedure is said to be well planned. The organization employs a hype man or someone to promote the business and build up momentum, and also explains why you should work there. They will then demonstrate to their future hires how they can earn money, travel, and have fun all at the same time. To hype up the business and raise the reputation of the individual conducting the interview, the hype man will say things like, "You're lucky you got an interview," and other similar lines. The interviewer will then speak out about topics, which you can then relate to, further persuading you to join their company. Stories about people who have gone from rags to riches, for example, and the boss would also have to point out that this isn't a multi-level marketing scheme, and working for PHP is versatile.
Okay. Some of y'all may or may not have seen my other video, but let's have a look at PHP's income disclosure one more time real quick, okay? Let's go to 2019 so that we can give them a fair shake, okay? 2019, so we can avoid the pandemic, maybe? Okay, so with PHP, okay, with PHP, in 2019, the average annual 2019 income, right? 64% of people made an average of $205. 64% of people in the company. That is not even minimum wage. That's not livable income.
Buddy, we've been needing to do this one for a while. Patrick Bet David, ladies and gentlemen, owner and founder of People Helping People, an MLM focused on life insurance. You may know him, though, from his YouTube channel, Valuetainment. Now, I have no problem with Valuetainment. I like it. I'll watch Patrick all day on Valuetainment, to be quite honest with you. But the MLM pack, what are you doing with the MLM? Because it bills itself as like solving all the problems, guys. It says, you know, student debt, crisis. What's going to save you? Let's watch their advertising.
Will the rising trade tensions between the U.S. and China just keep pushing these markets lower?
Underemployment among recent college grads.
Saving for retirement.
Put some fear in
It's
them.
not easy to ignore the financial problems we have today. In retirement, not a chance. Everyone talks about it, yet very few bring financial solutions to solve it.
Oh boy, here we go. Big promises.
Until now.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
One company dares to dream bigger and do the impossible. One company pushes the limits of the status quo.
Wow.
And if you want to just barely scratch the livable income, 2.82% of people make $33,000, or $34,000 approximately. 2.82%. Where is the business opportunity there? And obviously, it's fair to say, you know, not everybody's trying to. Maybe not all of them are active. Maybe all the people within the company are not active. But are you telling me Are you telling me 64% of people are that lazy to only want to make $205?
Do that! How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
So what is the reality of PHP? According to the disclosure they have to file. Let's check it out because they say they have the top compensation plan.
With the top compensation package in the marketplace for entrepreneurial agency builders, PHP is ushering a new era of multicultural and diverse agents.
So this is that, and it's for agents that got their license. Because I know you have to get like licensed with these kinds of businesses. So I wanted to make sure we measured the licensed agents. And they said this is licensed agents. Well, let's check out the numbers. $800,000 of income. That's pretty good. Well, how many people get that? 0.13%. Okay. So it drops pretty steeply off from that. Okay. 300,000, not bad. 0.14%. Now going on from that, like you basically have 1% of people making a really good income, it seems like. Because 0.75% make $148,000. That's a great living. You're going to do very well with that.
Especially if there's an upfront cost to get the insurance, get licensed, put in all this energy. So I get it though. You know, there's some truth to having people pay upfront to take it more seriously and actually follow through, right? Compared to it being free and they don't care about it, don't value it. But people are paying to get access to other stuff and they're still only making $205. Make it make sense.
Well, now we drop into the middle class, right? 1% of the people do that. It's still great. Still good compensation. Here's where it really falls off. Down here, I don't know if you can see that, 64% of paid agents, these are agents getting paid, made $200. The vast majority of people who made money with PHP barely paid off their enrollment fee of $200 that year. You hardly broke even on an enrollment fee, over half. Now, 20% of them made $2,000 in a single year. Terrible income. Let's just be honest. That's like a side hustle at best. 7,000, same thing. 6% of people made that, meaning that about 90% of PHP's employees also make less than, take a guess. Everyone got their guess ready? McDonald's employees. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 compensation plan in MLM. The thing that's changing everything. That's changing a world full of debt. The McDonald's starting salary makes more than 90% of those people.
Make it make sense.
If you do go on to work full-time, go to school, or do both, you can still earn thousands of dollars. Making thousands of dollars in passive income each year, traveling, and having fun are some of the benefits of joining PHP that are set out to you when they want to recruit you. But there's a catch. According to the YouTuber who signed up, he paid the organization $250 to join. What is the purpose of this? Recruits must sign up for a $250 fee to obtain an insurance license.
And it's a $250 fee. And the average person only makes $205. And that's not even including expenses such as gas, money, time, energy, stress. Come on now. Come on now.
Which is a red flag for most people. The incidents that occurred after the YouTuber signed up annoyed him because one of the employees kept messaging him at odd times, stating that he should be in meetings. Due to time differences, these meetings began late at night or ended late at night, which was inconvenient. And instead of being informative, these gatherings were more motivating. He also added to group chats where they continued to hype up the situation. Another attempt to get you excited about signing and recruiting more people. At this point, all they did was hype. 90% of the meetings, he claims, did not enable newly hired employees to learn more about the products, the business, or life insurance in general. According to those who have entered, this is how their system works. Employees and supervisors in PHP are relentless in their efforts to keep you focused on their recruitment efforts. Let's now clarify the PHP hierarchy for you. The people at the top make a lot of money on commissions based on their profits, but most importantly, on the recruits that they bring in. As a result, people are more motivated to recruit others than to sell life insurance policies. Perhaps you're curious why. This is because once they hire you, they're going to inform you that you must purchase a life insurance policy to work as a life insurance agent for the company. This is a smart strategy on their part, considering what it would be like if you were a life insurance agent who refused to acquire the policy you are trying to sell. Naturally, new agents will purchase lifetime insurance plans. So that's how they meet their sales and recruiting targets, allowing them to climb the corporate ladder and earn high commissions.
You pay for the life insurance and then you pay for the training. You know what? Usually, I would go to Reddit to get some reviews, independent reviews. Anytime I'm looking for independent truth about a certain subject matter, person, company, I usually add Reddit. But in this case, let me try the Better Business Bureau. Okay? Let's see what some people are saying about PHP. This was posted May 17th, 2021 on the Better Business Bureau page. I'm not saying everybody has a bad experience with PHP, definitely, but going into it, these are probably some things you should keep in mind or look out for. The marketing tactics, the realities of being on the job, especially from somebody that doesn't have a financial incentive to lie to you or to mislead you. Alright? This person says, I was misled into thinking I would be selling life insurance and be trained by professional brokers. What I found is that they charged me $200 for quote-unquote training pack that did nothing. This business is an MLM style that targets minorities and sells them a fake dream. I was not trained to sell life insurance. Instead, I was manipulated to recruit others. When I found out that it was not about selling, but recruiting, and that what they told me was not feasible, I requested my money back. I didn't get the $200 back, but I'm still demanding it. I was 18 years old at the time, and the people there were just trying to trick other people like myself to join. Statistically, only 1% of their employees, quote unquote, make a livable wage. Like I mentioned, if we go back to it, what is 1%? 1% of people actually make $67,000. That is nothing to brag about. I mean, but like based on the marketing, right? It goes back to the marketing. What are you telling people, and what is the reality of the income?
Let's check it out because they say they have the top compensation plan.
With the top compensation package in the marketplace for entrepreneurial agency builders, PHP is ushering a new era of multicultural and diverse agents.
Only 1.11% of people actually make $67,000. I was not given the training they promised or any actual selling experience. They instead told me to recruit friends and family. While they are a legal business, they misled me. Now, this is the response under this, right? Please note, if you are intending on joining PHP Agency, dear X whatever, I guess they blocked out her name or his name. We appreciate you providing this feedback. At this time, your account does not qualify for a refund. Reason: the new associate agreement that you signed states that you only have 3 business days to request a refund. Okay, so for those who are trying to get into it, you have 3 business days to request a refund. Someone else says the following. This is March 22nd, 2021. This is all very recent. I would like my refund from PHP. I paid a new associate's fee, which was $199 on March 18th, 2021. I wasn't aware of all the hidden costs and fees that come with it. They also were pressuring me about everything and even recruiting my partner. I told my recruiter as well about my decision of not continuing, as I do work full-time. They were very demanding and pressuring on staying even after I explained my reasons. I am requesting a full refund because I wasn't aware of the costs, etc. I wasn't even shown a contract or sign anything. I am writing this on March 20th, 2021, which qualifies me for the full refund. I guess you was paying attention. I didn't even know that there was a 3-day refund. I feel like once you just get lost in the marketing and the sauce, you don't even ask the question about refunds. You know what I'm saying? I think most people, anytime they buy something from Amazon or any outlet, they always ask for the refund. I wasn't aware of anything. They just fed me lies. My agent code is XXXX whatever. I paid with my debit card and my phone number is XXXX whatever. I feel like I always go for the negative stuff on like these expose videos, but like it's just to balance out the overly positive reviews or positive testimonials you allegedly see online as well. Just to give you a more nuanced take so that you know exactly, the good, the ugly, and then you can find your middle ground. But this person says, January 14th, 2021. Naive old woman fall for what we thought was an opportunity to save our home. Yikes, sheesh. That's tough. Okay. Hello, my name is blank. I too attempted to work with PHP Agency on a part-time basis, which quickly became a full-time chore. I told them up front I'm a caregiver for my mother, who has dementia, my daughter, who has Asperger's, my cousin, who's blind, and I'm currently enrolled in a FT condensed college program. We were told that we only had to pay the agent fee of $199 for each of us and my family, mom, daughter, and cousin, could work the business under me, meaning I would get licensed and help them run their businesses. I was so naive, excited, and stupidly bought it all. A Christian-run tech-savvy company and everything. I got all 4 of us enrolled, thinking we would be able to make the money back and then some to pay off our bills. Back due mortgage and more. Yikes, chai, chineke, holy. Why?
Other I've ever known.
What do you mean? She's amazing.
You probably think this world is a dream come true, but you're wrong.
Why? Now, speaking from someone who's personally been in $12,000 of credit card debt, I'll say this one thing: you never put any income opportunity or make money online course on a credit card. At the very least, you use your own money to fund this quote-unquote business venture, so that if you lose money, you won't still be owing on the credit card. And better yet, if you don't have at least 2 to 3 months worth of expenses saved up in your savings accounts, you don't need to be taking the risks of the business opportunity. Yes, we've heard time and time again of all the stories of people who went from rags to riches, but what about all the other stories of people who just ended up in swamp of debt, swamp of financial chaos? So 2 things: whenever you're buying any make money online course from anybody or any MLM or any business opportunity, ask yourself, if my monthly expenses is, let's say, $1,000, do I have at least $2,000 to $3,000 already saved up in my savings account? Cool. Now, let me use my own money to fund this business venture, quote unquote, rather than using a credit card. And if you're gonna use a credit card, you pay it off right then and there. But you don't rely on a credit card to fund your business venture. That's how you will end up in credit card debt. But this is the type of stories that people don't talk about. Sheesh. And then, after I signed up, I was told I needed to give $200 to join the big event. $150 for, I think, exam prep. Then, $80 to $95 per month for an insurance policy on me, and eventually up to $500 for getting licensed. Sheesh. Sheesh. Guys. Dang.
Hey, do you mind paying for this? I don't have any cash.
Sure, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never going to pay it back anyway. Because I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.
I was stupid, and our stimulus checks went to paying all of this. Holy code. Except for licensing. Instead of paying overdue bills. Chai. Also, what was supposed to start out as a part-time gig, quote unquote, quickly became a full-time commitment. With 1 to 2 hour long training classes every Tuesday night and Saturday morning, daily contact with to-do items from my trainer, and 4-hour pop-up boot camp and other classes. Then I learned, as expected, to start calling people and going over a script. None of this felt right, especially on top of going to school and caregiving for my family. This is just entirely too much. I also informed the sponsor, trainer, and manager in my quote-unquote upline. I think that's what it's called. They informed me there was a 3-day rule, and I would have to contact the corporate office directly to request the refund. I attempted to chat and or locate an email address on the phpagency.com website, and only found ways to contact them without being able to explain my request. At this point, all I want is to quit and be reset, where we were before PHP crossed my path on social media. Jeez. And then their reply is basically, at this point, your account does not qualify for a refund, given the 3-day business rule. But yeah, and that was a tough story. These are stimulus checks. Instead of paying overdue bills, they pay for PHP. Yikes. But hopefully, I haven't scared you off from PHP. But at least now you'll make a more informed business decision before getting in bed with Patrick Bet-David and PHP Agency. But as always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. And too much of any good thing is good for nothing. How you lot doing today? Say with me. I'm doing more. Say with me. I'm doing more, saying less, and keeping that same energy. No cap. Anytime you have a question about a person or subject matter, I highly recommend you look them up on the Better Business Bureau or add Reddit to the end of that business or person's name. Alright, I'm out. Deuces.
Sticks and stones and they break my bones, but if I make it back, be on your toes, cause you ain't met nobody like me before, you ain't met nobody like me before. What do you see when you look at me, my brother? You must know I'm not someone to play with.